those
Hmm.
situations because you actually have less money to take care of your children, and the majority of that money you're giving for child support is actually spousal support. That's what it actually is going to.
Hmm. Hmm.
And your ex will still say, "Oh, the kids need shoes," and you'll be like, "Wait a minute, I give you get X amount of money for child support. It doesn't matter." And you're still going to be like, "Oh, well, my kids need shoes," and still get your kids shoes. So you actually, but you don't actually have the money to get them shoes because you're already giving up all your whole check.
Yeah, it's actually, and it's just real quick, Islamically, as Muslims, the Kafirs can do whatever they want. Non-Muslims can do whatever they want. The people who don't care about going to Jannah can, I guess, they can do whatever they want. But for the women out there, because usually the women have this problem, and if there's a man who's collecting child support, this is for you too. But as a Muslim, you don't have the right to anyone else's money. You don't. So number one, that's haram. So for all the people who are collecting child support, you could be amassing an enormous amount of uh, harm to yourself in the next life. And for the harm that you put upon the person that you're getting the child support from, they will then be able to get some benefit out of that in the next life. Maybe you would be then have to compensate them in the next life. So if you're worried about that, I would say if you're a woman who's getting child support, reject it. Take them off child support. Get out of it. Now, that's if the man actually takes care of his children. Now, if the person will not, they will not take care of their children, and you need it, that's a different story. But for a man
Mm-hmm.
who, for instance, if you say my child needs shoes, it's the man's responsibility and his determination, and it's his jurisdiction to say if the child needs shoes or not. Right? So it is his uh choice when, what shoes, what brand, what style, how often, or whatever. If the child has one pair of shoes, then that's sufficient. If the man wants to buy 10 or more, or wants to buy Jordans or fake Jordans or whatever, he can do that. It's not actually the woman's responsibility or her jurisdiction. She can't force him to buy anything. If he wants that child to just eat an egg for breakfast, an egg for lunch, and an egg for dinner, then that's actually acceptable. It's okay. You're not responsible for, and you're not in charge of what they eat, how often they eat, the type of meals, where they go, how they vacation. That's not the woman's responsibility at all. It's not her right. And so you have to step back if you were Muslim and say, hey, listen, I'm not in charge of this. The husband provides the means for the child for where he sees fit. And if it gets to a point where it's oppressing the child or harming the child, then you can take another step. But until then, anything you take aside of that is going to be wrong.
Yep.